This is all the magic monitoring equipment I could find. Not only are the library rooms moving around, so's our stuff.
Seems a bit much for a missing mascot.
You can never be too careful at Wexler University, founded by Josiah Wexler, the renowned occultist. Has anybody found the occult section of the library?
Yeah, I got them. They were mixed in with the French cookbooks. And by the way, it's infested with spiders.
Well, spiders are our garden friends, Mr. Stone.
Zinkins, they're 3 feet long.
I see. I'll order some bug spray.
Josiah Wexler founded Wexler University in 1813 in eastern Massachusetts. While professing to be a small liberal arts college, he used the university to secretly collect arcane artifacts, research unspeakable oaths, hold strange and perverse rituals. Strange and perverse rituals?
Is that a guy with a goat head or a goat with a guy's body?
I'm not sure I want to know.
Blah, blah, blah. Super creepy stuff.
Yes, and after Wexler's explosion and death...
Wait, the college exploded or Wexler exploded?
Splat! Well, anyway, the college's arcane past was covered up, but it is still a Bermuda Triangle of magical disturbances. Anything can happen. It is worse than the actual Bermuda Triangle. The spells gone awry, monsters, unsolved disappearances, the occasional black void.
Yes. I've been studying the theoretical math behind extra-dimensional spaces, so a black void would actually be super interesting.
Yeah, he's a total Wexler freak. That mascot costume can get really smelly, you know?
Yeah. Have any idea where your roommate was heading that night?
With the big game this weekend, Peter was making the party rounds. Fraternities hire him to be the mascot of their party, pump up the crowd. The night he disappeared, he was supposed to go to Omega Theta. Man, does that house have a weird history.
Right.
By weird history, you mean they throw parties without beer?
No, like you need an invite to get into the house on paper. And there's all these rumors about rituals in the basement, animal sacrifices and stuff. Peter heard all this from Professor Bancroft in his architecture class.
Professor Bancroft? Professor Roger Bancroft teaches here. Are you kidding me? Professor Bancroft is the authority on colonial American architecture, man. You're so lucky. I would have killed to take in classes from and you don't even care.
Nobody does, mate. But I would love to know where this Omega Theta house is.
My experiences with frat houses are limited, but I don't think evil rituals are supposed to sound like a kegger.
I wouldn't be so sure. Look at the emblems on those corner braces.
Intersecting circles of magic and summoning. That's 18th century occult spiritualism. That's definitely magic-y.
We got to find the origin of this house. All right, I bet you anything Professor Bancroft would have something to say about these symbols.
Okay, so divide and conquer. Ezekiel, Cassandra, check out the house. Stone and I'll go talk to the professor.
Admit it, you just don't want to go to a frat party.
I really don't. Come on, Stone.
All right, there he is. Okay, now listen. Professor Bancroft's analysis is radically aggressive, okay? He's a brutal academic.
Ooh, then I'll be on my guard.
Yes. Excuse me, sir? Professor Bancroft.
Yes.
Yeah. Can I just start by saying what a huge fan I am? Just seriously, your analysis on how the American residential dwellings changed during the 18th century, I'd be mind-blowing.
That was so long ago, I'm surprised you found it.
Well, I actually wrote a small critique off of it. Oliver Thompson?
That's you.
That's me.
I believe I read it. That was a delightful little spin on my groundbreaking work.
Thank you. I was just, I went off of what you were doing, so it was very...
We hear you've been lecturing on the architecture here on the campus.
I have. I managed to acquire the original plans for the buildings. They show some fascinating design and materials.
Specifically, we were wondering about the Omega Theta house and the occult history.
You're one of those.
One of who?
One of those people who believe all the nonsense about Wexler. Listen, I hate to burst your bubble of delusion, but magic does not exist. It doesn't exist in architecture. It certainly does not exist here. There is no such thing as magic.